Alright guys, so I've painted off what's supposed to be blue on here, and I have some silly putty I'm rolling out into worms here, and this is going to be my guide for all the masking that I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to show you guys about this, because this is something I learned about. I did this with plasticine on the Spitfire, but it didn't really stick that well to the Spitfire. That's the 32nd scale Tamiya one, but yeah, you can just buy this plasticine. It's only about $2 here in Canada, at least. And so you make these worms, and then you put them all over the model like this. And so for this one here, I want it to go on the top. Now, yeah, the only thing with silly putty is it really likes to stick to itself. It's quite good at it. Oh, great. Got a glass lamp swinging in my eyesight here. And this goes down here. So you just push it on like that, and it's nice enough stuff. I've used this on like what I would consider to be fresh paint, like maybe an hour old. Just gonna take my cutters here. There you go. Works pretty well, actually. And yeah, use it on really fresh paint, like probably an hour old, and no problems with it whatsoever. It was pretty cool. And this one goes about here. So now what I can do, if I had a better airbrush, you know, one with less pressure, mine's a little too big for this, I could simply mask it off like this and then just go spray paint it in and basically be done with it. But since I don't have an airbrush like that, you know, mine can get fine detail, but I don't really want to try it because it could overspray into the blue. I'm not even sure how this one fits. This one's weird because it only covers part of the... Yeah, like that. Weird. Okay. And let's just cut that off like that. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is now I have to fill everything in. And to do that, it's actually pretty simple. You just got to take some Tamiya tape, and you just make, you know, little sections. So this inside here needs to be blue, so I'll put some tape on there. What? What? Come here. What are you doing? You okay? Alright. Alright, you go bite your tail. I'll leave you to it. And yeah, you just fill it in. You just tape it over. Takes a while. But again, reacts pretty well. Now there's no one there. It's just me. What I usually like to do, like when I did this with the Spitfire, what I did was I kind of made, with the thinner tape, a bit more of a trail on here. This one you can see I'm using thicker tape, and so yeah, I would just take this, you know, thinner stuff and just place it all along the edge here. That way I could cover it better. And then when I was done, I would just fill in the gaps. So this will take me a while to do, but again, it'll be very worthwhile in the end, because then I don't have to worry about overspray. I can just spray the whole darn thing. As for the color I'm going to use, I was looking through it. I'm going to use RAF dark green. This is XF81. It's pretty close. I think to the color. I don't have the exact color, but it will suffice. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna go put the camera away because I'm bumping into it here. And yeah, benefits of Silly Putty. So I'm very excited to do this because the best part is taking it all off and seeing what it looks like. So when I get there, I'll be back. Well, actually, I'm gonna show airbrushing first. So. Alright, let's remove this masking and stuff and see how we did here. I'm quite excited about this because the only thing left to do is coat it in future and possibly tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be able to paint the gray and silver on the underside here. So. There we go. I'm quite happy with this so far. And I get those really nice lines in there. There we go. Just gonna roll this up here real quick. The nice thing about Silly Putty is it's quite a forgiving little substance. So this is still a bit wet, the paint. So I'm trying to be as careful around it as I can. But as far as painting sessions go, this was pretty darn good. I was really happy. I didn't have any problems with the airbrush. Found a kind of new way how to clean it, or I should say, keep it cleaner. Because you always need to do a deep clean, but there's those days where you forget, or like today where I painted 2 colors at the same time. Well, several colors. I painted another model as well. Yeah, this is the other nice thing about the Silly Putty is it likes to stick basically to itself. So, you know, I'm not worried about like like plasticine where it left oil on the model. This stuff, it's kind of like, nope. So I didn't exactly get the two tones out of the green like I hoped. I should have left it on and gone back, but maybe a bit of weathering I can hide that a bit. Come on. Stuck on the tape there. There we go. Look at that. That is great. Man, oh man. Yeah, if I just got those tones a little deeper on the green, this would be exactly how I was imagining it before I started. Nevertheless, I'm really happy with this, especially the color for the green, because this was a really hard model to find any reference material for. It's just doesn't seem to exist, and it had to have existed because obviously Airfix got it from somewhere. There's all my silly putty. Just roll that back up. Nice thing about silly putty is it's supposed to work out the paint if you play with it enough and knead it out. Yeah, it's supposed to just come out. There's a little string there. Huh. Yep, just sticks right to itself. That's excellent. That is excellent. So, super happy right now. Gonna go coat it in the future in a few hours, and then just maybe even do 2 layers and just leave it to dry overnight. Okay, so I don't actually remember what the last thing I recorded was. I think it was spray painting the silver. I spray painted flat aluminum tester's enamel silver on the bottom, and the worst thing happened. It started to separate while it was laying down, and I started panicking basically. I was able to, thankfully, just sprayed a last coat on it, and it dried flat, but it has this really nice dull look to it that I was kind of going for. It's of course really glossy right now, but that'll be gone with a flat coat. I added on the landing gear, as you can see. Yeah, this is what it looks like on the top. I'm quite happy with this, actually. It looks pretty cool. Fin I need to paint, so I'm going to paint that up here. That's going to go on the side, and I'm currently painting the actually I was just puttying the nose. So this needs to be painted white. I'm going to put tape around it, and then I'm going to airbrush it NATO black. What I'm also going to do is take some Citadel wash. Where is it? Here we go. I'm going to take some of this black wash, maybe brown, I'm not sure yet. But you can just load this stuff straight into your airbrush, and it'll make some really nice post shading. So that's what I'm going to do. More kind of wanting to do that on the bottom of the plane here, just on all the lines here. I also painted up the ordnance. I have to go and look up how to more detail them, but they fit nicely, just like that. And then I'm going to replace the fins that go here on the sides. One of the things I really wanted to do that I thought would just be kind of fun is I don't know if it'll show yet. There we go. I put in these little piston levers there to open up the doors. And I just think it looks kind of fun. Quite happy with that, actually. It is a very much tail sitter, so I'm gonna have to, as soon as I get the NATO black on the nose painted, I'm gonna go ahead and add some weight in there and get that down. So that won't, it doesn't, I don't think it needs that much. It doesn't kind of, it feels like it needs a little bit, but I don't know, it's not that bad. I've had some where I basically weighed down the entire model and I was ready for it to break. So this isn't too bad. And here's the little wheel section. I just have to paint the tires. These are drying right now. And the intakes were painted metallic gray. I saw them in a variety of colors, and I saw one that was very close to metallic gray, and I thought, heck, that looks pretty darn awesome. So let me just show you kind of what that looks like there. Don't think this is that one. Yeah, this one goes here. So there. It's just a really nice looking different color. I was going to paint them black to match the nose. Some of them were painted up like that, but for this one I went, heck with it, I'll just do it that way. So that's, like I said, I forgot what I filmed last, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep working on all these little details. It's getting close to being done. Very, very close. I feel, however, like I'm at a halfway mark, that I'm not even, close to being done. I feel like I'm halfway there. And very, very enjoyable model thus far. So, one of the other things I did is, I forgot to mention this, I went and made all the doors, the gear doors, I went and made them out of copper, so they're more scale appropriate, because a lot of these Airfix kits, these older ones, not so much the newer kits, they've toned it down a lot more, but a lot of these older ones, the doors are like just thick. If it were scale 1:1, it would be like probably about that thick, which it's not. So yeah, I just made them a little bit thinner, just so they look, it just looks a little more appealing. It's not something have to do, but it's one of those things that I kind of notice on my models. When other people do it, I quite frankly don't care, because it's their model. They can go do whatever they like. So that's about it, and yeah, go finish some more details.